Okay. This is like a dream come true. To see all of you out there and see you here, this is something I dreamed about 3 years ago. And before I unveil this thing, and it's a great honor to stand here and be able to unveil this monument, it just brings tears to my eyes. I'm really, really touched by what's happening here. But I have to recognize some people because this was not done by me alone. I first want to recognize my two friends, Dr. Surrey Roberts, who served with the 5th Special Forces Group and with the C Team at Plate Coup and helped the Mountain Yard people get into North Carolina and get away from the Vietnamese. I want to recognize Surrey. He lives up in Raleigh, and he's a very close friend of mine. We've stayed together for these 42 years, and without him, I wouldn't have even known about this place. I said, why don't we go down to Fort Bragg? And he's the one that introduced me to this place. The other person that is our sidekick is my friend from the 5th grade, Randy Bowen from Weaverville, North Carolina. And I want to recognize Randy because he was a part of this and made this happen by supporting me here. So without those two individuals who are not part of the 281st, this wouldn't have happened either, because they inspired me and brought me down here and introduced me to North Carolina and Fort Bragg and those things. In addition to that, I really want to thank the troops on the ground here. The boots on the ground made this happen, and that's Jim Baker, Walt Peichel, Vic Rose, and Bain Black. I want to really say how much I appreciate you guys taking this project on and really making it happen. We also need to recognize Paul Galloway, the executive director of the museum. Paul is the one that worked with me on the artwork, got the artwork done. We weren't sure that we could get the triangle on the Delta badge done, and he got it done. He got it done in spite of a very difficult piece of artwork to bring on a piece of stone. So I want to recognize him. Also, Kramer Gallimore, our photographer, he's the one that put the video on the YouTube. If any of you saw that, we sent a link around on that. I think you can still get it off of the 281st site. And finally, well, not finally. I'm not done yet. I want to recognize Jack Mayhew and Fred Mincer and Bob Mitchell, because we had to make an argument here. We had to make an argument for Paul to take to the board of directors in order for the 281st to get recognized. If you look at all these monuments around here, none of them are company-sized units. And so we had to revive the history that Bob Mitchell had. We had to write letters, and we had to submit that to the Airborne and Special Operations Museum Foundation and have the board of directors recognize us as a unit large enough and unique enough to have the honor of putting a monument out here. So we are the only company-sized unit out here that I know of. Is that correct, Paul? So that again is a very great honor. And finally, I want to say, I came down here 3 years ago and started looking at this, and I handed a brochure to Darrell Stevens at the 2006 reunion, and sort of nothing ever happened, and we have a lot of things going on, and it wasn't Darrell's fault. I didn't have the wherewithal to follow up on it. And I came back in 2008. I missed the 2007 reunion and came down here and really connected with Paul and found out what we had to do, and I brought that back to the association. But I didn't do this. You guys, all of the 281st Association had to vote on this. They had to approve this. And I had a lot of naysaying about, you'll never get them to spend the money. I won't say who said that to me. But we did do it. We presented it to the membership, and it was unanimous. There was not one single person that did not want to go forward with this project. So you of the 281st, those that are here and those that are not, made this happen. And I think we ought to give everyone a hand for that. Okay, I'm going to walk over here and take this black piece of plastic off and dedicate this monument. So if you would all stand, I'd appreciate it.